Hi, Kat over at Cohost. I have another Olsen with me today. I'm super excited. I've got Darcy Olsen of Fur Island Cakery. I've been following her on Instagram probably since she started her Instagram account with Fur Island Cakery back in August. And my favorite part of everything she does is the time-lapse of doing the cakes. She decorates them from soup to nuts. They're, I think, 6 inches, right?
Yep. I specialize in 6-inch round cakes.
And how did you decide on let's do 6s?
I think it's a perfect party size. I don't want to be known for like serving huge amounts of people. And actually, I do when I usually have an order and they plan on serving any more than like 14 people, I show them a video on how to do it. And you can get like up to 24 slices.
Oh, how do you?
It's three layers is a lot of cake.
Right. So, I mean, you're not just cutting little slivers, are you, of the 3 layers?
No. So here's a cake pan.
Yes.
So you cut this way, and then you cut those down.
Got it.
So you can figure that out. And not everybody loves cake, but they like, you know, a little piece of cake, and that little piece becomes quite big when you have 3 of these. Right. I had multiple people tell me that's a lot of cake, and they realize that after, you know, they've had a big wedge of cake and they can't finish it.
Yes.
And I really like it when people can finish their cake.
Yes. Well, also, I mean, then what do you do with the leftover cake?
Is I cut them individually, like as if I was serving them, and then wrap them individually in saran wrap, and then put them in Tupperware and stick them in the freezer. And they literally taste like a fresh slice of cake.
That's awesome.
When you're ready to.
The icing doesn't get all weird on the cellophane?
No.
No. And you just take it out, defrost it in the cellophane or out of the cellophane?
I've had people, my cousin just told me, I didn't even wait for it to warm up, Darcy. I just dug right in. And I was like, cool, but I usually put mine in for about 10 seconds.
In the microwave?
In the microwave.
Oh, okay, yeah. So
and I've noticed that it disappears quite well when I've gone in the freezer myself to get a slice, and like the husband's like, sorry about that. I think Anna got into it.
I know. So you bake at the beginning of the month.
I bake at the beginning of the month. I usually, by the beginning of the month, I know my orders, usually for the month. People are really good. They help me plan, and my cakes just don't pop completely out of my head. Yeah. I have to plan them. I feel like if you're taking the time to order a special cake, you deserve me to take the time to make it special. So I do my research. Definitely ask a lot of questions like what they're into and those kind of things. But also Amazon is kind of slow right now. And I do, if there's a special cake topper or anything that a child, mostly children, want, I want to make sure that I find it and make it special for them. So
how many layers are you making in one baking day?
Oh, I'll be making like 20 some cakes tomorrow. But it only takes me about an hour and a half. I have double ovens. There
you go. That helps. So
yeah.
Tricks of the trade so far. You need 1,000 freezers, and for
right.
You need a bunch of ovens. Are there any tips that we can do at home?
Definitely. The tips are the one thing I can attest to. And before I started making cakes professionally, I did my homework. And I did my research, and I believe in freezing your cakes before you assemble them. So like if you're making your husband or your child a birthday cake or a special cake, I would suggest if it's on Saturday, the party or gathering, I'd give yourself 3 or 4 days and let it set up in the freezer. Oh, wow. And then assemble as frozen. It will be your best friend.
Oh, that's amazing. Because I guess you don't need a crumb layer then? Is it just...
No, you get the crumb layer. Oh, my cakes are super moist. Yep. So they still give me attitude.
Okay.
When I'm doing the crumb coat's your like saving grace.
Yeah.
And that's your stabilizer, and that will build, that's your concrete. And then you can basically do almost anything once you have your crumb coat on.
And are you freezing the crumb coat on, or are you...
I just stick it in the fridge for about 20 minutes.
Okay, great.
And then you just have your colors and assemble, and it can go pretty quick. I clean as I go. I know I've had a lot of people ask me, how do you keep your kitchen so clean, or how do you keep your space so clean? I go, that good old thing from culinary school, mise en place, everything in its place.
Yep.
So yeah, just clean up after yourself. When the fridge is, when you're letting it set up in the fridge, clean your dishes, start over.
Well, the cakes look amazing. They sort of have, they're all very different, but some of them have sort of similarities. So I've noticed that I like to do the ombre where it changes from, you know, dark up the top. You just recently got a tool that puts in lines.
Yes.
I saw when you got that one, the striped one.
Yes.
You've got these beautiful rosettes that come up and over. You're big on the drip also. The drip I love. What other little tips and tricks do you have for us?
So I have this, my little offset spatula. I think it says 9A from, it's from Michael's. And I know you can buy them online.
Yeah.
And that is going to be your baby.
Okay.
And you know what? I have watched videos and I watched people use them. You have to find what works for you. It takes time. The next thing that's going to be your lifesaver for those sharp edges is this big monster.
Ooh.
And it actually, I laughed because before I had this, I used my kitchen.
And it was just
all-purpose.
Just a little too short?
That sharp edge. There is like a sharper edge than the other. And that's also with this also. And it gives me the perfect, and you know, there's so many people to watch now. You know, we used to have to do it ourselves, but now I watch so many videos of girls, young, you know, these moms that are doing what I'm doing. And that's what's so encouraging. And they explain the angles and they explain how to even hold these things. Like, this, that.
So it's full hand.
Nice sturdy hold at it, like I think it's a 45-degree angle, gently. And I get it warm. I put it under my hot water and then I wipe it off. And it takes all the bubbles out, everything.
Good call. Did you use that ever on the top? How do you make the top so smooth?
So the top, actually no, it's just this.
Oh.
And it's warmed up. When I'm finished, when I know I'm finished and I want to get my sharp edge on the top, or try for it, warm this up, dry it off, and scrape flat across, and then just go around and do it. And I clean it every single time, so it doesn't, there's no sticky. This is my monster.
I love that thing.
Yeah, and you honestly, and it's heavy, and it's awesome, because I thought a lighter one would be helpful, but it just moves, everything moves. The heavier the better. And I think this one was only like $22 off Amazon. So if you do, and then you also want your sticky, the stuff that you put inside your drawers, so your stuff doesn't move. Make a little pad of that
for the cake, or for the bottom of the spinner.
Yes, so you put that on there, and you'll see that with cake people.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the question.
Yes.
It's on the spinner. Perfect. It's beautiful. How do I get it off of that and onto what I'm serving it on?
Oh, okay. So I do mine. So to save expenses, I have a 12-inch rounds cake boards that I use. And then they fit perfectly into my 12 by 12 by 6 cake boxes.
Okay.
So they will never move on you. I wanted it to be so secure, makes people so confident that they didn't have to worry about this beautiful cake getting ruined in their car.
Yeah.
I keep mine refrigerated because my buttercream is made fully from butter, only butter. I grew up on a dairy farm.
Yeah.
So near and dear to my heart, put the butter in. And so it's refrigeration. So when people arrive to pick up, I make sure that it's cold and it'll make the trip home easily into your fridge.
You make a vanilla cake, you make a chocolate cake. Do you ever?
Those are the ones I specialize in. Like I said, I bake at the beginning of the month. So if you catch me at the beginning of the month, I'm happy to add into my baking. Red velvet and carrot cake are usually the two or spice cake. Yeah, I'm willing to do that. I know I try not to use nuts because I'm kind of want to be allergy friendly and keep my environment allergy friendly.
Yep.
So usually just get a lot of carrots in my carrot cake and nobody's complained.
Yeah. Well, carrot cake is so great. And do you do a cream cheese frosting for that?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. The best. But colors. I don't have them all right now because I've used them.
Yeah.
But the starter kit, they have a color, what are these called? It's a kit, and they actually have, it's called Color Right.
Okay.
And it shows you charts on how to mix the colors. It's kind of gel-esque.
Mm-hmm.
I've kind of mostly done, because I want more variety, I use AmeriColor, and that is true gel, and it goes way farther.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're just at home and you're just trying it out, the kids can have fun with this. This is fun when you're doing like sugar cookies, and you're making your little buttercream with them. You can experiment, dark, light, bright, pastel. Yeah. So it's fun. I highly recommend that. And that one was a lifesaver for me. It really taught me a lot from home on my own. The Color Right. The key to black frosting or buttercream is black cocoa.
Ah.
So you add hardly any black buttercream or black
food coloring.
Just a few drops. The black cocoa carries it out and it doesn't stain your teeth.
Oh, right. Oh my gosh, I wouldn't even have thought of that.
I do, because that freaks me out.
Well, I mean, you don't want people being like, thanks for the cake.
I don't want people eating cake with like big black faces. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
All the pictures, everybody's smiling and it's just dark.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Red wine.
Same with the red. It's like, okay, if you let it sit, it doesn't seem to want to transfer onto things.
Right. I think it's really going to help a lot of people learn how to make take their cakes to the next level.
Well, and if they're on Instagram, I just had a few people ask me how to make those rosettes on the side of the cake not fall off.
Oh.
So we did some troubleshooting conversation. So I'm game. I love helping people. If you want to make a cake and don't want to order one, I am happy to help you, walk you through it. I am like, I've been there. Yeah. I am willing to help. So if anybody needs any help or tips or anything, I'm here for you. Yes.
And we're so grateful. Thank you so much, Darcy.
Thank you, Kat.
Super fun. And we'll have all the links at the end so people know how to get in touch with you.
Okay, sounds good.
Thanks so much.